Hey guys, it's Tyler at Fairland Pickups. I'm going to show you how to add and remove a cover on a humbucker. We're going to start by removing this cover first. This is a raw nickel humbucker cover. I like to place it face down on a microfiber towel as to not damage the cover. I've got a razor blade that I've kind of made into a safety razor blade by just covering this one side with tape. You want to wedge the razor blade in the crack of the cover and the base plate, and while holding it, I'm going to use my awl, which has got kind of like a metal part right here where I can kind of use it to tap this through. You can use a little hammer, but ideally you just want to go ahead and tap it through, and that cuts the solder joint. All right, and just carefully flip it over and do the same thing on the other side, and here comes the cover. And that is how to remove a cover from a humbucker. All right, so now that we've removed a cover, let's show you how to install a brand new cover. So I've got a brand new polished nickel cover. It has not been prepped yet. So we're gonna walk through the steps of prepping this. First, we have to prep the humbucker. So what we wanna do is prevent these steel slugs from touching the inside of the cover. So for that, I like to take a couple pieces of masking tape just to mask these steel slugs. And now the humbucker is prepped. That's all we really need to do for that. For this, what we want to do is sand the inner edges of the humbucker cover. So for that, I have a Dremel tool with a little sanding disc on it. But if you don't have one of these, you can just use some sandpaper. So let's go ahead and sand this now. Now that these are sanded, we're going to prep them with some solder. So I'm going to just kind of pre-tin. Just a super light coating of solder on the inner edge of this. It's really all you need. We want to apply some wax on the inside of the cover. So any sort of unscented candle wax will do, but we've got some paraffin wax here. I'm just going to drizzle a little bit. Now that we've got some wax on the inside of the cover, I'm going to use a heat gun to kind of flow the wax. You're looking for a nice even coating of wax on the inside of the cover, and I let this cure all the way. All right, so now that we've got some wax cured on the inside of the cover, now we can install the cover. So we just simply slip the cover on and carefully kind of work it in so that everything is seated firmly. And this base plate already had some solder. We removed the cover from this, but imagine that there's no solder blobs on here. We did pre-tin the inside of the cover already, so it'll make the soldering job go pretty quick. So all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a touch of solder. I use like a pair of pliers to kind of hold this cover down. So that's what these two are. I'm just applying pressure. And I flip it over, apply some pressure, just add a little bit of extra solder to flow it, and that's it. The last step, it's super important, is to use that heat gun to reflow everything, right? So we're going to bond the wax from the inside of the cover to the actual humbucker itself. We just want to get the cover nice and hot. That's going to flow the wax, and then just let it cure. And that's it. That's all there is to installing a humbucker cover and removing a humbucker cover from a humbucker. Hope that helps.